Hi, I'm Stu, and welcome back to another LumaFusion video tutorial. Today I've got a cool little transition for you. So let's get started. Okay, so for this technique you're going to need two clips, and if you go to the link in the description you'll be able to download these clips and follow along. So the first one is Raju cooking some Indian noodles or something. There we go. And just to tidy things up, I'm going to get rid of the little VO in the corner. And I've got a little scale preset for that. Just knocks that out the way. And then what we want to do is we want to go to a point where the action picks up, probably just after he tosses the noodles. And you're going to want to make a cut here. We're now going to go to this scene. And we're going to drag it down just above where the cut was. And all I'm doing is looking for a nice sort of clean plate. And I reckon just about there. So what I want to do is make a cut. We can get rid of the stuff beforehand. Come in about a frame. Zoom in a little bit. Highlight the clip and make a cut. And then this little one frame segment at the front end, we're going to go into speed and reverse, and we're going to freeze the clip. That will then allow us to position it around about here, stretch it out, and then when it meets up with the movement at the other side, you'll get this effect. But we've got an awful lot more magic to do in between. But that's the guts of the effect there. So what we need now is some sound effects for this to work, and it also dictates the length of the actual freeze out. I'm going to zoom back out and we'll go to our folders, audio assets, SFX, and again, these sound effects that I've generated for you guys, you can go and download easily from my little Notion web pad thing, or what you would call it. So we're going to stretch this out. Go. That's looking quite good. So that dictates the length at which is about a second, we actually hold the freeze. So next I need to go to my graphics assets, and I've created two overlays. There's a really modern tight cut edge overlay, or I've got a more aged overlay for you, and we're probably going to use this one. So what we need to do is then drag this down and position it on top of our frame and just line it up. Then I'm going to highlight the clip, press 1 to go in and frame and fit, and we're just going to reduce the size of the Polaroid until we can get it to the point where it's looking good, and I would say about there. I'll just switch that off just now and then just get a better balance. Might make it a little bit bigger. See about there. He looks happy there. Okay, so the effect now is... And then what we need to do after this is we need to animate it. So we're going to drop in an adjustment clip just above. But the problem with adjustment clips is that if I line up there and we add our adjustment clip, go to the end by pressing the down arrow, Command B just to trim the adjustment clip. The problem with the adjustment clip is I want to animate this Polaroid as if it's just come out of a Polaroid camera. But the problem we've got is that when I go down to this layer here, which is our freeze frame, and we go to crop and we pull in the left hand side, pull in the right hand side, and you don't have to be overly accurate at this point as long as it's within the framework of the Polaroid. Pull down the top and then pull up the bottom. There we go. This is all looking great and good. When we go to do the adjustment clip, it's going to adjust everything below it, and that includes the original background clip. So to sort that out, what we need to do is just highlight the adjustment clip, the graphic of the Polaroid and the actual freeze frame, and we'll also take the sound effect as well because we can embed it. Copy, and then I'm going to go back out and go to another project and you'll see the settings are 24, 16 by 9 standard rec 709, which is the same as the other one, and we can paste them in here. And that then gives us the opportunity to go into the adjustment clip, press 1 for frame and fit, and we can start to animate it. By having the sound effect in here, it lets us know at what point we need to do the animations. So we'll drop a keyframe at the front. We'll then, I reckon, go probably about half a second in, drop another keyframe, and then we're going to go to probably about there, drop another keyframe, and then the fourth and final keyframe is 1 frame later, and we'll drop it in there. And that then just leaves you a couple of frames at the end to hold the effect. So the first keyframe, we're going to move the Y position, and we're going to slide it to the right, and we're going to make Raj disappear. And then we're going to animate along. Because we laid out the keyframes, it's going to position things. So what I want to do is, I want to have it so that it's not coming fully out to this point. I want to take it to about here, and that is, say, 9 frames in. And then I'll press and hold on this keyframe here, and I'll move it back to 9 frames. And then I'm going to adjust things so that the Polaroid's coming out to about here, doing a little hold, and then finishing off and going all the way out to here. And that's fine. And then the last frame, what I want it to do is sort of bounce back a little bit. So I'm going to nudge it just ever so slightly, say about 5 pixels back the way. And what we need to do now to really sell this is go in and change our velocity by using the ease presets. So the first ease preset, we want it to be slow in and slow out, and we might change that, but that's where we're at just now. Then the next preset, we want to be slow in, maybe slow out, but maybe fast out. No, slow out. And then the last keyframes, we want to be fast in. No, slow in maybe? Yeah, slow in. And I know from the shape of the graph, I'm kind of doing this roller coaster thing. And I think it's just slow out again. It is, because we want to go to that immediate jump up. And then the final keyframe, I think we just set to constant in, constant out, and that's where it is. And if you want to, you could do fast out. And I'll just press on that. And then if we go back and play it through now, see that little delay? So if we go to there, we can even just slow that down even more. And there we go. So once you've got your animation, we now need to save it. And the easiest place to save it to is Movie, Render Movies. I'm not worrying too much about the size in this instance because it's just a demo. But the key thing here is the video codec. You need to change to HEVC with transparency. That will then make all the black around here nice and transparent. Okay, so let's do it. Movie, Render Movies, HEVC, transparency, go. And that'll automatically open up the rendered movies folder. And then if we just navigate back to our original project, you don't need these guys here. They can go. You don't need the sound effect because it's now embedded in there. And then all we've got to do is just drag this down and line it up. And then we can just test it. And you'll see it just cuts straight there to there. And if you want to, you can just move that original 1 frame back, and that way you get a perfect lineup. And there we go. Once we've laid out the clip and made a trim. I'll just go back to this point here, make a cut, just disconnect the links on these two guys, and then we can stretch this out. I'll just add them up there, and then when it plays through, then back to the original clip. And that's looking pretty cool. And just to finish it all off, if we go back to our sound effects, you will see also in the downloads, you've got ambient street nightlife sounds. And I did 2 of these. Then we'll go for the second one. So I'll just drag it down, and you'll see it goes longer than the actual clip itself. So we can just trim it up at the back end. There we go. We'll just dial it down a little bit to -6. And you get the mix of the two. There's our effect. Then we cut back. And there you go. One simple way of creating a Polaroid transition that's simple and effective and good for your projects. So all you've got to do is swap out the first clip for your own, the second clip for your own, and do a few cuts, do the little animation, and we're good to go. Well folks, that's it for this video. Hopefully you picked up something useful from it, or at the very least gained a few new assets. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and consider subscribing. Be sure to check out the links below for downloads, assets, and a few other goodies. Thanks for spending a bit of your day with me, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you later.